Hello everyone, my name is Mayuru Bale. I am assistant professor in civil department, WIT Solapur. Today we are going to discuss about the design of tube settlers. What are the learning outcomes? At the end of the session, students will be able to design the tube settler in water treatment plant. So what are the tube settlers basically? These are the multiple tubular channels which are adjacent to each other and which combine to form an increased effective settling area, and this provides for a particle a higher particle settling depth that is significantly less than the settling depth of conventional uh, clarifier, reducing the settling times. Providing tube settlers, what we can say is we can reduce the settling time, but we can have the higher efficiency of settling in the clarifiers or in the sedimentation tank. So in the diagram you can see these are the tube settlers which I have provided in the settling tank, and at the bottom the sludge is going to be collected in the settling zone. The influent, that is water which is coming in, will be coming at the from the bottom of the tube settlers, and will be clearer water will be coming up and it will be collected at the outlet. In this fashion the tube settlers are arranged. Talking about the clearer diagram, you will get to understand this is a pictorial diagram where tube settlers have been arranged. So from the top you can't see anything, the water flow at the bottom, but still they are always provided in the inclined fashion, so that whatever the particle which is coming on the tube settlers will be settle on this tube settler and start to move down. So in this fashion the tube settlers work. So if you can see on the right hand side diagram, you will get to understand in the conventional method the particles are continuously moving down with the help of gravity, but they are straight, but efficiency is relatively less. Here what is happening, the cross sectional area is increasing, and that's why the particles have space and the particles have surface to adhere on and slide down, so that they will settle down and clearer water can come up. Now talking about its design, let us have one example question, that is design a tube module of square cross section with the following data. Average output required for the tube settler, let us keep it as 200 meter cube per hour. Loss of water in desludging will be 2.5% of the output required. Settling velocity of smallest particle to be removed will be 120 meters per day. Cross section of square tubes will be 50 mm by 50 mm, and length of tube will be 1 meter. Angle of inclination of tube to mostly to the horizontal will be 60 degrees Celsius, and kinematic viscosity of water is 1.01 into 10 raised to minus 6 meter square per second. So for the first, what we will do, we will calculate the discharge. So average output required is 200 meter cube per hour. So let us add the loss of water in desludging also, because that is also the water which is coming as an influent. So 2.5% it will be, that is given in the question. So 2.5% multiplied by 200 meter cube per hour will be coming about 5 meter cube per hour. So the average design flow, that is our Q, will be 200 plus 5, which is 205 meter cube per hour. Relative length of settler is a very important criteria here, which will be small l by small d, that is 1 meter divided by 0.05 meter. Both are the parameters of tube settler, that is the size and length, which will be coming about 20. Now what we have to do, we know the length of the tube settler, but we have to increase the length of the tube settler arrangement slightly. Why is it so? Because the water also requires some transition zone. As it is entering from the bottom, it requires some transition zone to convert themselves into the laminar flow, so that easy settling of particles can take place on the tube settling. That's why we are increasing the L by L dash. How to calculate the L dash? L dash will be 0.058 into V naught into small d divided by nu, where V naught will be velocity of flow along the tube settler, L dash will be the additional length, and small t will be the diameter or width of the tube settler, and nu will be kinetic viscosity of water. We all know all the values, but we don't know the V naught. So we will have some arrangement and calculate the V naught. To do that, what I will do, L dash will be 0.058 multiplied by V naught into 0.05 divided by 1.01 into 10 raised to minus 6. But here V naught will be in meter per second, and the value which is coming out to be 2.87 into 10 raised to 3 V naught. So to convert V naught from meter per second to meter per day, how I can do that? I can just divide by 24 into 60 into 60. That will be coming about 0.033 V naught, where V naught is in meter per day. Now, what will be the effective relative length of the settler? What is the additional difference we are adding? That will be capital L, where which will be equal to small l by d minus L dash. So putting the values of L by d, that is 20, and L dash, that is 0.033 V naught, the equation of number 1 will be formed. Now what we will do, we will use some another equation for SC, that is the critical value for tube settlers, that is SC is equal to Vs divided by V naught in bracket S theta minus L into cos theta, where Vs is the settling velocity of particle in the vertically downward direction, and V naught will be velocity of flow along the tube settler, and theta will be angle of inclination of tubes with the horizontal, where we had taken 60 degrees Celsius. Now the critical value of S for the square type settlers will be 11 by 8. As in the question they have said the size is 0.05 into 0.05 meter. So automatically it is a square. That's why we have to take the critical value of S to be 11 by 8. But if the tube settlers are circular in shape, we have to take 4 by 3. And if they are parallel in arrangement, we have to take 1. So I will put all the values in the previous equation, and what I will get, 11 by 8 is equal to 120 meter per day divided by V naught into sin 60 degree plus 20 minus 0.033 V naught, which I have taken from the equation 1 into cos 60 degree. So from which I can get the value of V naught. So V naught is coming up to be 388.6 meter per day. So as I know V naught and as I know Q, that is my discharge, I can easily calculate the total entrance area of tubes. So that is my capital A. So how I can calculate? 205, that is total discharge, multiplied by 24 meter cube per day divided by 388.6 meter per day, which will be coming about 12.66 meter square. So the total area of these tube settlers will be 12.66 meter square. Now how many number of tubes we have to provide? We know the size of one tube and I know the total area of tubes. So I can calculate the number easily by dividing the total area by the area of one tube, that is 12.66 divided by 0.05 multiplied by 0.05, which is coming about 5064 tubes. Now as I have to provide it in square, so what I will do, I will provide 72 number of tubes aligning to each other along the length, and 72 number of tubes aligning to each other through the breadth. So here I have written 1, 2, 3, 4 in this sense the tubes have been arranging. So these are the 7 number of tubes and these are the 7 number of tubes, by which I will get the value of 5184 tubes, which is slightly greater than the required tubes, that is 5064. Now I have to calculate the total length of the tube arrangement or tube settler arrangement or tube module. So to do that, what I will do, I will multiply number of tubes to the inside dimension of square tube plus 2 times thickness of each tube, that is 72 in bracket 0.05 plus 2 into 0.0015. What is this 0.0015? As it is in meter, if I am talking about the mm, it will be 1.5 mm thickness. So this is the thickness of tube. Fine. So by multiplying it, I will get 3.82 meters, right? So as I know the total length, I have to calculate the height of the tube module also. And to do that, as they are inclined to 60 degrees, the length of 1 meter is not going to be taken. So the the relative length or the relative height, which by multiplying length to the sine 60 degree will be coming up. That is 1 into sine 60 degree, that is 0.866 meters, or I can take 0.87 meters. So what is the overall dimension of tube module? It will be 3.82 meters multiplied by 3.82 meters, that is the calculation we had done in the earlier slide, multiplied by 0.87 meters, that is our height. So let us have few review questions. The length of tube settlers is increased by L dash to account for transition zone near inlet to change to fully developed laminar flow. Whether a statement is true or false. SC for circular pipe tube settlers is, and generally tube settlers are inclined to dash with horizontal for the highest efficiency for removal of particles. So let us see their answers. For the first, the statement is true. For the second, for circular type tube settlers, the answer is 4 by 3. So generally 60 degrees is the right angle by which tube settlers can give a higher efficiency. These are the references I have used to make this presentation. Thank you.